So if you're having to take it, like I said, supplementing with NAC, NAC, or glutathione, and then support liver health. So supplements like milk thistle, B vitamins, and then getting appropriate protein intake all helps to support phase 2 detox in the liver. So we're getting better liver protection there as well. Another risk with Tylenol, which I've done a whole video about this, is the pregnancy risk with taking Tylenol. So whenever you're pregnant, you can't take ibuprofen, so they tell you to take Tylenol. And again, it's treated very much like, not a big deal. You can take Tylenol through pregnancy. It's not going to cause any issues. But in 2021, there was an NIH-funded study that was published in the JAMA that found that prenatal exposure to acetaminophen or Tylenol increased the risk of ADHD and autism spectrum disorder.
In the children? Oh,
yeah. Man. So women taking more Tylenol while they're pregnant, they had increased risk for ADHD and autism in their babies. So they basically looked at acetaminophen biomarkers in umbilical cord blood, and children with the highest exposure had 2.86 times higher risk for ADHD and 3.62 times higher risk for autism.
That's not good.
No. So we've done a deep dive on this. There is a video that I've done if you're more interested, if anybody wants to see that talks a lot more about Tylenol use in pregnancy. But pregnancy is a time of really rapid neurological development. And so because Tylenol interferes with oxidative balance, it can mess with neurotransmitter pathways and it can affect brain development.
Would women be taking that for pain, or is that the main reason?
Yeah, nothing is super comfortable when you're pregnant. Right. So if you've got a headache, if your back hurts, anything like that, you're told, yeah, take some Tylenol. Now, if you've got a fever in pregnancy and you're sick, we obviously don't want to run really high fevers when we're pregnant. So there's always situations where it's going to be okay to take these medications, but just taking it just because something hurts, we need to be double thinking that before we move into that one.
At least be thoughtful.
Yeah. If your back hurts, go take a bath. Go lay down and relax. Don't just push through. Pregnancy is a time that you've got to give yourself a little bit of grace and realize your body's not going to operate the same way because you're growing a human. So take it easier. Pushing it.